Almost 13.8 billion years ago, a remarkable event took place. The Big Bang, when all of space-time were created. Beginning with the growing nature of life we refer to as the universe. All things that we can touch, sense, hear, measure, or discover the universe, starting with the smallest particles to the most massive galaxies, to the existence of life, energy, space, and time. Starting point for the cosmos is where everything starts. We provide a tiny amount to the cosmos, trying to comprehend itself as we look into the distance and take a look at the treasures it has to offer. We've been able to learn unusual occurrences on Earth. We must now leave our beautiful planet, though, and explore the furthest reaches of space. Starting in our natural habitat, the Earth, a unique universe, the only place where the known universe has been verified to host life. Countless millions of distinct there are species on its dynamic surface. However, none have altered its landscape like people. In this perspective, human activity is clear to see. Our structures, roads, and the agricultural lands will probably serve as proof of our existence for hundreds of years, or even thousands of years to follow, however. As we continue to ascend, everything we have made, that we are, blurs to a degree. This way, it would be challenging to acknowledge our existence at all. We can trace our entire history back to this solitary pebble in blue. It's the location where countless billions have lived and died, where a great deal more billionaires will be born. This is the planet where everything began, the origin of humanity for us. However, we must now leave everything behind and go further than any person could ever before. Traveling being. Our closest object, the moon, will be passed first. Neighbor and the sole alternate location from Earth, we have walked apart. The planet's orbits will then be crossed. When we move closer to the void that is the space between stars, is known as interstellar space. Our brilliant star warms our oceans and stirs them. Energy into our atmosphere, and the expanding oxygen-producing green plants that can support life. Earth gradually becomes one among billions. Several stars that are so recognizable to us, now visible in the night sky, is independent of the Earth's atmosphere, such as lively and colorful pinpricks against a dark background. Here is a little portion of the Milky Way galaxy. Several of these stars are possessed planets around them, exoplanets, some of which are perhaps has the necessary conditions for life like we know it. However, there isn't time for to pause and investigate these strange realms, because there is still much to be done. Moreover, the Milky Way is enormous. Huge gas and dust clouds, as well as stars, planets, and moons in the hundreds of billions span a region of 100,000 light-years, and deep within that gleaming bulge, a star is located at the galaxy's center. A supermassive black hole is a monster. Now that the sheer size is apparent, the galaxy that serves as our home, and even if it is unbelievable despite appearing huge to us, it is simply a droplet. There exists a sea of galaxies all around the universe that can be observed. Aside from one another, each of these positives galaxies strewn with gas clouds, billions of stars, planets, and dust. The Milky Way, which is currently merely a slender off in the distance, most of these galaxies have a secret. Their center contains an enormous black hole, and a few of them are even converging in a cosmic dance of gravitational interaction. From this breathtaking vantage point, you will see that the universe is not uniformly filled. Instead, huge gaps are seen between tightly linked, dense groups combined in a stunning cosmic web. This is a tiny fraction of the visible universe, one page of a 13.8 billion-year-old book before our eyes. The story unfolded. Where do we proceed from here, though? Will we locate an edge of the cosmos? I'll respond to that by we have billions of light years to travel. back to the starting point of our trip. We returned home because, insofar as I can tell, astronomers can see that the galaxy has no edge. Universe. The observable has simply an edge. All we can observe in the universe Earth, a truly enormous space covering 93 billion light-years of ever-growing space. What we just looked at may be seen by using, since we can utilize large telescopes from Earth, notice the light coming from those things. But light has a celestial speed limit, thus it is past the edge. Is the region of the observable universe we haven't had time for the light to get here yet. While a far-off galaxy millions of light-years distant is noticed, you are witnessing it as millions did. Not as it is now, thousands of years ago. Therefore, the farther back you look, the farther away it is. You can eventually see in time until you discover the moment of first light that happened just around 1 million years after the Big Bang. Despite not being a physical advantage, this is the limit of what can be seen. The light is the result of the term the cosmic Big Bang microwave ambience. The farthest point is there. We can observe the cosmos from Earth. However, we are unsure of how. Most of the cosmos is ours. Observable cosmos, it might only be a minute portion of something considerably bigger. It can be compared to a spotlight, centered on your current location, present time. To the edge, you can see not beyond the range of your spotlight. It is impossible to determine what beyond our cosmological spotlight. Scientists, however, believe it to be the same as what is already apparent, operating in the same trillions, and is dominated by the rules of physics. Stars, galaxies, and clusters of other stars. The unobservable universe might go on forever. For all we know, in every way. A number of a variety of theories. But in actuality, it is a puzzle that we have not yet fully understood. I hope your trip to the brink of the cliff was enjoyable. Observable cosmos, if so, will you kindly tap the like button and think about subscribing if you haven't already. There are many more amazing experiences in space for us. Thanks a lot. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all soon.